We'll have a little look at the two teams very shortly. Chelsea also making changes. We'll start with Palace showing those 5 changes. It will be Marcus Hill in goal, a back 3, I would think, of Chuck Zakoli, Sean Summerday and Jacob Fasida. Zach Henry, Kyrese Adams-Coleman, Seb Williams the captain, and Dean Benamar the middle 4. Joel Drakes-Thomas, Benji Casey and Jesse Derry leading the line. That represents a showing, and it just mirrors what Oliver Glasner does at first team level. Players to look out for, as you know: Derry 10 goals from 11 games, Casey 4 goals in 14, Freddie Cohen, who's on the bench, 5 assists in 6, and Dean Benamar good from wide areas down that left hand side, 3 assists in 8 for him. Let's have a look at the visitors. And Chelsea line up, I would think, in a 4-2-3-1 formation. It will be Freddie Burnell in goal, Genesis Ampwy, Olateo Subaloy, Landon Emanalo and Joseph Wheeler-Henry the back 4. Ollie Harrison the captain and Reggie Walsh will be the 2 holders. Walter Nutter, Frankie Runham and Kobe Barber playing behind Chizaram Ezenwata, who leads the line. Very similar, these two sides so far. Both have accumulated 13 points from the matches that they've played. Both have played 10 games each. Crystal Palace 8th with 3 wins. Chelsea 1 place higher, 4 wins. But Palace have drawn more games and Chelsea have lost more. On the wing, and also another player coming in is Jacob Fasida. Benji Casey is the other change. So 5 changes in total for Palace, who are kicking from left to right in this first half. And on the ball here, Summerday just goes in field here to Chuck Zakoli, who in turn goes back to Marcus Hill. One thing we probably should mention as well, Harry Whitworth is the substitute goalkeeper for Crystal Palace. Of course, a famous Palace name, and Harry is the younger brother of Joe, who's on loan at Exeter. So that just about clears up the situation in terms of how things are going down at Copers Cope. Chelsea goalkeeper Freddie Burnell has the ball level with the penalty spot. Looks to try and play it forward to Ollie Harrison, the captain. Out towards that right-hand side it goes. I awaited confirmation on the colour of Chelsea's kit, and I've been told beige is the answer. So Chelsea playing in beige, Palace in their traditional home colours. And it is the visitors who have the ball in midfield with Reggie Walsh. Back it goes to Genesis Antwi. Antwi is going to play at left back today. Out towards this left-hand side it comes. And just going to ground was Kobe Barber. Barber just picks up a little free kick. There's Rob Quinn on the left-hand side of your screen. In terms of the way Chelsea have been lining up, they've sort of been chopping and changing their lineup. Hassan Suleiman is the head coach for the visitors, as Genesis Antwi just goes infield into midfield. Palace, of course, losing 1-0 slenderly last time out to the FA Youth Cup holders, Manchester City. It was a good game up in the northwest. Towards this right-hand side, here come Chelsea into the 18-yard box. Just a slightly heavy touch there from Joseph Wheeler-Henry, and as he did go forward, it just meant that it presented an opportunity to Chuck Zakoli, who came across on the cover. You'll see Chuck's there in the middle of your screen, just sticking out that right leg and knocking the ball out at the expense of a throw. Right down by that corner flag, close to the assistant on the far side as we look from our commentary position. The under-21s picking up an entertaining 3-3 draw with Liverpool yesterday. Certainly a good one to watch. Arsenal the opponents for the first team tomorrow in the Carabao Cup. That's a quarter-final tie. 7:30 start for that fixture. And here come Chelsea forward through midfield. Jenison Antwi works it out towards this left-hand side for Kobe Barber. Barber twisting and turning. Back into midfield for Ollie Harrison. Harrison, the captain, shifts it towards that right-hand side. Knocked on towards Frankie Runham. Runham was just beaten to it in that wide area, but again, they get the opportunity to come again. And you can see they're looking to get it out towards Barber as and when they can. just defending his Joel Drakes-Thomas. He's going to need to make sure he doesn't neglect his defensive duties as the ball is played forward here towards Casey. Always dangerous. Benji Casey, 4 goals so far for him. Twisting and turning, knocking the ball back to Seb Williams, the captain. Out it comes towards Drakes-Thomas again. Might want to cut in here. Keeping hold of the ball, shifting it towards this right-hand side, and the chance to just come forward here again and create a little bit of a problem. Cleared away from danger it goes. And knocked forward. Chelsea have the ball at the edge of their 18-yard box. Palace just dropping off, allowing the central defenders the chance to have the ball. Out towards that right-hand side it goes, and there is a player on the overlap. Floated in, volley goes in. You could see it was played into a central area. He caught it on the volley nicely, the Chelsea striker. Maybe he got a little bit too much pace and power on it as Nwata. You could see it was played into him. He wanted to try and wrap his foot round it and beat Marcus Hill. All he could do was knock the ball over the top, but a decent chance in the opening 5 minutes. Palace playing out from the back. And again, as the player goes to ground, you can hear quite a bit of protestation from the bench, but quickly waved away. Over towards that left-hand side it goes for Dean Benamar. Benamar gets the opportunity to just come forward, but Chelsea win it back. The referee just blows up here. It's going to come over to tend to the Chelsea players' needs. Kobe Barber is the player who's gone to ground. Just see if we can clear up any confusion in that regard. The ball just caught him in the face by the look of it. We'll just clear it up. Palace TV Plus with all the angles, making sure that we keep you fully abreast of what's happening. Let's just see it again. It's Kobe Barber going towards the ball. You can see trying to clear it. He has been caught straight in the face there. And that is a painful blow, in fairness. No intent, but never nice. And you will see the player just being taken off the field of play. He'll go off to come back on again. I'm sure that it'll be okay, Kobe Barber. Ready to quickly re-enter the field of play. Another name that we should probably pick out, Stuart Aduro, getting a first opportunity at under 18 level. It's the first time that he's been in a match day squad. Toby working tirelessly down at the academy to keep us abreast of the situation with a little change in formation, change in shape, change in personnel. It was all going on at one stage, but you wouldn't know it. The only thing that we do know is that it's 0-0 after 8 minutes, and Palace have settled into the game nicely against their London rivals. Forward it goes, nice little turn. Two players coming together, twisting and turning. Kobe Barber comes away with it. He's okay and fit again, back up on his feet. Just holds it up, knocks it back to Harrison, the captain. He slots it forward towards Walsh. Nutter works it out towards that right-hand side. Nutter is the son of John Nutter, who played a fair bit of non-league football, also played in the league, most notably with Gillingham, earned a promotion there under Mark Stimpson. And here come Chelsea towards this left-hand side. The chance just to break forward for Antwi. Shifted out towards that right-hand side by Harrison. He looks the playmaker through midfield. Wondered if there might be the chance to try and win the ball back there. You could see that Jesse Derry was just converging and trying to win back the ball. Ball threaded forward here towards this left-hand side. Good defending. You could see as he came across on the cover there, Sean Summerday just stopped any thoughts of trying to work the ball into the box. And it means that Chelsea will have their first corner of the game from this left-hand side. One or two players just making their way forward. You can see Rob Quinn just shouting out some instruction to the team. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. The player just comes short here. Exchanges passes, maybe a bit of a heavy touch there. You could certainly see what he wanted to try and do, Frankie Runham. But he showed too much of it to the Palace defender in the end. Good bit of work. Taking it away. And as it goes out of play, it will be a Palace throw 20 yards from goal in this right-back position. Mark Newson just giving out some instruction to the team behind Rob Quinn there. As it was played forward, Joel Drakes-Thomas couldn't keep hold of the ball. And you could see Chelsea were able to quickly win it back, and they have it through Subaloy. Towards that right-hand side it goes for Runham. Just dropping off the front line, giving it to Harrison again. Lots of the play goes through him. Slide rule pass intercepted by Seb Williams. Always powerful, the captain works it towards this right-hand side. Palace just holding it up and protecting the ball. Summerday gives it to Chuck Coley. Coley infield to Seb Williams. Williams has got it just inside his own half. Forward to Jesse Derry. Derry's been the standout player this season at under 18 level. 10 goals in 11 games. He's played higher, he's very talented. There's a number of them that have put their hands up and wanted to really contribute to what's been a good start. 8th in the table, Palace, 13 points picked up, 3 wins from 10 so far. 4 draws in there as well. Chelsea have accumulated the same amount of points. They've had 4 wins, fewer draws though. So it shows maybe they are a win or bust side. We'll wait to see. 11 minutes played, a long raking pass. He's going to have to really get the afterburners on to wrap his foot round there. Joseph Wheeler-Henry couldn't get there. It goes out of play for a goal kick. 5 changes for young Palace today. Akoli, Summerday, Fasida, Drakes-Thomas and Casey coming into the starting 11. First starts at under 18 level for Akoli, Fasida and Drakes-Thomas. Always nice to see players being able to move up the age groups. Had a fascinating chat with Mark Bright yesterday, who of course does so many good things at the club, but looks after the loan players, makes sure that they get sorted out at clubs and it gives them an opportunity. And he said it's just nice when players do go out on loan. It means that others can step up. It gives you the chance to play men's football. Summerday had to be careful there. He's knocked it back to the goalkeeper, put Marcus Hill under a little bit of pressure. Hill came out of his 18-yard box, knocked it out of play on this left-hand side for a throw to the home side, to the visitors rather, which Genesis Antwi will take. Antwi goes back into midfield for Landon Emanalo. Played out towards that left-hand side, right-hand side by Subaloy. And Chelsea breaking forward here, good defending going in. You could see that Fasida just got his body across. Made it difficult. Dean Benamar got there close too. Good defending from Palace on that occasion. Chelsea will use the width of the pitch, look to try and make it big. It looks like it could be a long throw incoming here. Decides to go short in the end. Chelsea keeping hold of the ball, launching it in. Chuck Coley took up a good position. Here's Jesse Derry. Derry wanted to try and clear it. Seb Williams might get that opportunity now. Williams wearing gloves and the short sleeve shirt, working it towards that left-hand side. We know that Benamar can wrap in good crosses from this sort of range. Put under pressure by the defender, and it comes towards Derry. Derry might be able to turn, still battling away. It goes back into midfield for Adams Coleman. And now to the back line for Crystal Palace. Chelsea shouting out some more instruction. There's Hassan Suleiman at the edge. of the 18-yard box. Drakes Thomas has got it on this right-hand side. Loses possession. Chelsea quickly win it back through Emanalo. Back it goes to Burnell, the goalkeeper. Forward up towards Esenwata, who had that opportunity when he volleyed over. Probably the only real chance of note, and it was a half chance. Certainly got power, but it meant he just lost the required accuracy. Ball play forward here. Good bit of hold-up play out towards this right-hand side. It comes for Drakes Thomas. And there could be the chance for Casey here. Casey just outside the 18-yard box on the right-hand side, battling away. That should be a Palace free kick. And at least a talking to. You can see the Chelsea defender just saying that he had my shirt. Benji Casey struggled to bring the ball under control initially. And then it looks like they're both at it for me. And he's given a Chelsea free kick, which seems bizarre. But we go on. The referee and the assistant were both close to the action. We trust their judgment. Emanalo towards Antwi. Antwi all right-footed on this left-hand side. We wondered who will play at left and who will play at right back. That was perhaps the biggest conundrum for Chelsea. As Landon Emanalo comes across on the cover again, just runs it out of play. So it will be a throw to Palace, which Drakes Thomas gets ready to take. He's got Zach Henry just ahead of him running around. Decides to throw it back to Summerday, playing as the right-sided defender in a three. Chuck Zakoli at the middle. Jacob Fasida playing on the left-hand side. Forward it comes towards Summerday. Got to be careful here that the ball just has the legs to reach him. Here's Marcus Hill shifting it towards that left-hand side. Jesse Derry flicks the ball on. Benamar was trying to chase it in. Benamar 3 assists in 8 so far this season. Does have that very good left foot. Copers Cope in Beckenham, the venue for this game. Palace TV Plus bringing you the live stream. A reminder that it's the first team tomorrow in action in the Carabao Cup quarter-final tie. 7:30 start for that. You can, of course, see Oliver Glasner speak to the media on Friday. That's Friday lunchtime, 1:30. And then audio commentary, Crystal Palace take on Arsenal in the Premier League. And that's at 5:30 on Saturday. So still lots to look forward to ahead of Christmas. This is the final academy game. Ball play forward into midfield. Frankie Runham just shifts it towards that right-hand side. It's going to be picked up now by Harrison, the captain. Plays it forward over the halfway line for Runham. Runham shifts it towards Walter Nutter, playing from that right-hand side. That's a foul, surely, and given. Referee just comes over to check on Benji Casey. We'll have another look at it. Casey just got his body across the defender. It certainly wasn't very subtle, was it, the push? Just leaning into Casey. The referee's got that right. Free kick taken quickly for Palace is Seb Williams, shifting it towards this right-hand side. Headed on by Drakes Thomas. Jesse Derry battling away. Drakes Thomas might win it back. Goes out of play, should be a Palace throw, and is. Derry wearing the number 11 shirt. Here's Sommerday to Okoli. Okoli back to Marcus Hill. Hill comes out of his 18-yard box, put under a little bit of pressure by Chizaram Ezenwata. Palace just keeping hold of the ball. Lots of people looking on from the respective balconies, wanting to watch the next generation in action. Palace, of course, with the famed academy, so many good players coming through over the years. Has been a footballing hotbed. Always nice to see one of your own getting an opportunity. Here come Chelsea. They've certainly brought players through as well. They've spent huge sums on their academy in doing so. And they've got the ball with Landon Emanalo over towards this left-hand side for Genesis Antwi. It comes. He goes back infield towards Emanalo again. And here is Wheeler Henry. Plays it forward towards Runham. Runham twisting and turning, tries to play the ball in behind. Adams-Coleman should just let it run through to the goalkeeper and does. Versatile player, Kyrese Adams-Coleman. He can play in the engine room. He can also play on the right-hand side of defence. Palace, of course, going with that 3-4-3 shape to mirror the first team. That's the way Oliver Glasner likes to do it. Certainly things have been very good defensively, haven't they, in recent matches? Had that good result at Brighton at the weekend, and preceding that, the 2-2 draw against Manchester City, the win up at Ipswich. And then the point in the game before as well. Now 4 matches unbeaten, looking to try and keep it going, build that sequence, build that momentum. Here's Drakes Thomas. Twisting and turning in midfield. Chelsea, both sides looking to try and find their way in this game after 20 minutes. Neither goalkeeper has really been troubled. Chelsea have the ball defensively and thread it forward here towards Reggie Walsh. Walsh out towards Barber on this left-hand side. Barber goes infield where Harrison picks it up. He gives it to Nutter. Shifted towards that right-hand side and forward it goes. Chelsea win it back though, trying to bludgeon their way forward. The effort goes in. That's a good save from Hill. Best chance of the game so far. Kobe Barber got an effort away. Hill made sure that he was right in behind it. You could see that Runham was just trying to force his way through. It found its way towards Barber, who'd come in from this left-hand touchline. He went for goal, and Marcus Hill was right in behind it. 5 changes for Palace from the last outing against Manchester City. That needs to be taken into consideration. Oh, that's a strong challenge, and he might well have hurt him. He's quickly back up on his feet, Summerday. You could see the Chelsea player went diving in on young Sean there. I think he's hurt himself as a consequence. He's going to need to receive some treatment. I think it's Kobe Barber who's gone to ground. As we see it again, Summerday just comes in on the cover, gets there first, comfortably gets there. He might just have lost his footing there, Kobe Barber. And maybe the trailing leg of Summerday just caught the Chelsea player. He's been through the wars, hasn't he, Barber? He got struck in the face as Palace look to try and clear. And there's just a little chance for a reset here. 21 minutes gone. Palace TV Plus bringing you this game today. We've got the Carabao Cup quarter-final tomorrow. 7:30 start at the Emirates. Arsenal the opponents. That's an away game. And then, of course, on Saturday, it's a home fixture when Arsenal come from North London to South and play at SE25, Selhurst Park, the famous venue. And confirmation that there is a press conference today ahead of that game. So at 1:30 today, Oliver Glasner will do his press conference ahead of that Arsenal game. So I mentioned the one at the weekend, but at 1:30 today, we'll hear from the Palace head coach, who will speak to the media. We'll just get this game out the way because it's an 11 o'clock start. Then, of course, we'll be able to take a little break ahead of the manager speaking to the media. Always so good with his time. We heard Mark Gahey say that he's almost like a teacher, the way he gets his message across. Oliver Glasner. He doesn't shout, he just looks to try and educate you, and I think people learn better that way. Midway through this first half, Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 0 is the latest score in this under-18 fixture. Both sides have had very similar starts. Chelsea 7th, Palace in 8th place. Both teams have accumulated 13 points so far. Palace lost 1-0 last time out to the FA Youth Cup holders in that competition, Manchester City. It was up at the City Academy in the northwest of England. We are back underway. Beckenham the venue for this fixture today, as the ball just veers out of play. And Genesis Ampwy will throw it back to Landon Emanalo. Now it's with Freddie Burnell. Burnell plays it forward. Williams almost put the defender under pressure. And you could see Joel Drakes Thomas was looking to try and get there. Kyrese Adams-Coleman coming over to keep him company. Thrown quickly down the line for Jesse Derry. Just presented an opportunity to Antwi. He got there first. Zach Henry trying to put the player under pressure. But here's Runham, who's caught the eye so far. The 7 there for Chelsea in the middle of your picture. Back to Marcus Hill, go Palace. Forward and taken out the sky here. There is Antwi going all the way back to goalkeeper Burnell. Burnell just taking his time before sliding the ball forward into the path of Harrison, the captain. Now it's with Emanalo. Back to the goalkeeper once more. Cold, crisp morning, but certainly very pleasant for this time of the year. Nice to get games on Monday and Tuesday for the young players. The under-21s drew 3 all yesterday with Liverpool. Here comes Jesse Derry. What will the under-18s do today? Well, you'll find out because we're watching it. All the drama unfolding here on Palace TV+. Nice bit of work from Drakes Thomas in the wide area. But he did rather nicely, Antwi. He didn't panic. Just plays it forward towards Walsh. Walsh dropping from that midfield position just to try and get on the ball. Good win back from Seb Williams. He's done well here. Williams driving forward, trying to play in Jesse Derry. Derry will now put the defender under pressure. Won't want to commit a foul. It's not the best of clearances, but he's got away with it. And Walsh will play it forward. They've got out of a tight area. Running in behind here. Great defending, wasn't it? Calmness personified there from Jacob Facida. He didn't panic, the Palace number 6. Just made sure he stopped Frankie Runham on the charge. And here is Sommerday on the ball here after being played in by Okoli. Forward it goes towards Casey. He was having his shirt tugged, and this has got to be a booking. If this isn't the first booking of the morning, I'll be surprised. Landon Emanalo does go into the referee's notebook. He's just tugging at the shirt, and that's not for the first time. Look, it's a long straight ball from out to in, and you can see Benji Casey got away from him. Not only was he dragging the shirt, I think he's then pulled at the leg of Casey. And quite rightly, Landon Emanalo goes into the book. 2 players over this free kick. Jesse Derry will be the right-footed option. I wonder if it might favour Dean Benamar. Benamar can certainly hit them in from this sort of range into that second 6-yard box. You would think it will go, so somewhere between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. Derry's over it. 2 arms go up in the air. It is going to be Derry who drills it towards the 2 Chelsea players in the wall. In it comes towards the back post. And the goalkeeper comes and claims. You could see that there was an opportunity there to try and get on the end of it for Chuck Okoli. But it was good handling from Freddie Burnell for Chelsea. They've got the ball on the halfway line. And it is going to be Runham who has it. Chelsea playing the ball forward, but Sommerday getting in right behind it, dealing with the situation initially. Okoli doing the next best thing and getting it clear up towards Jesse Derry. Derry trying to slot it forward towards Zach Henry. Derry from this right-hand side battling away. You can see that those 2 will be interchangeable. Zach Henry, a versatile player. There he is on the right-hand side of your picture, just trying to win the ball back high up the field. Chelsea now get the chance to come forward here with Antwi. Played 28 minutes in this fixture. Both sides wanting to really contribute and make it a spectacle to enjoy. Burnell goes forward. A little bit of tussling between the 2 players, and wasn't the best of clearances from Palace by Okoli. Now the chance to come forward here. He's made amends though by getting into a good position. Jesse Derry will pick up on the good work off the defence and slide the ball forward. He wanted to get it in behind and use Zach Henry's pace. There might be another opportunity here. Henry wanted to try and play in Derry. And again, Palace number 8 didn't quite get it right on that occasion. But nice to see. Good little bit of interchange. Good turn from Runham. Chelsea player goes to ground. Walter Nutter was that player. Out towards the right-hand side it goes. Good bit of work to get on the outside. He's still going, Wheeler-Henry. Plays the ball across goal. The goalkeeper got one hand on it, and the defence did the rest. You could see Wheeler-Henry just used his pace to get on the outside. It's a good purposeful run. Went round Benamar, created a little bit of space. Very, very quick play. Cut it back. He really needed to try and drag it outside the 6-yard box or to the edge of it. In the end, it just presented an opportunity for Marcus Hill to throw out the hand, and he did enough with the help of his defence. Getting towards the 30-minute mark in this game. Joseph Wheeler-Henry very quick across the ground. Certainly views that as one of his real strengths in the game. Pace has certainly been very prevalent, hasn't it, in the Premier League years. Players who can get across the ground nice and quickly will always be worth their weight. The ball goes out of play on that far side. It's going to be a Palace throw. The ball just comes off of the disc. And back to Marcus Hill it goes. Hill outside his 18-yard box. Put under a little bit of pressure. Plays it forward towards Seb Williams. Williams did nicely to protect and then give it to Chuck Okoli. And Okoli off the right foot, plays it forward, flicked on, good flick on as well by Zach Henry. Benji Casey battling away, grappling with the Chelsea defence. Both sets of players were at it. Chelsea come forward, long straight ball. The goalkeeper should get there ahead of Kobe Barber, who came in from this left-hand channel. Marcus Hill looks up to see who he has all around him, tries to fizz it out to either Drakes Thomas or more probably Jesse Derry. There's an interception from Chelsea, and now they've got the chance to come forward. Slide rule pass towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Out towards that right-hand side it goes. Ollie Harrison, the captain, has got it. Harrison goes back to Subaloy. Subaloy works it towards that right-hand side. Infield it comes now to Nutter. You can see Chelsea just being urged to be a little bit more expressive and speed up the play. Seb Williams twisting and turning in midfield. He's done nicely. Should win a free kick and does. The referee, and I don't mind that, just allowed the play to develop. Free kick taken quickly. Jesse Derry might go for goal here. Derry does go for goal, and he's put it just wide of the target. Only a player of his quality could have that thought process, and it's been tipped away at the expense of a corner. That was going in. Brilliant from Jesse Derry. Just watch this. Got in between the two central defenders. Got a left-footed drive away. Great save, Freddie Burnell. Best Palace chance of the game. Jesse Derry comes over towards this right-hand side. Dean Benamar will come over as well, you would think. There he is. Benamar might play it towards Jesse Derry here. You can see the Chelsea bench trying to make sure the players are in the right positions as Derry goes back to Williams. Williams floats one in off the right foot. Headed clear by the visitors, but only as far as Sommerday. Out towards that left-hand side it goes. Here's Kyrese Adams-Coleman, who decides to protect the ball and go back to Marcus Hill. Hill gives it to Sommerday. Back to the goalkeeper again. Off the right foot, he just slots the ball forward. He's out of his goal. He's got to be careful because Walter Nutter had the ball at his feet. More instruction being given out by both benches. Rob Quinn's certainly one of those coaches who gets his point across in a calm and concise manner. He's done a wonderful job at under 18 level, assisted by Mark Newson. They strike up a good partnership. That helps these young players. 5 Palace changes coming into this game from the team that lost 1-0 in the FA Youth Cup. In towards the edge of the 18-yard box it goes. You could hear the chance of no foul. Don't give away a free kick, or worse still, a penalty. Palace trying to clear it. Not the best of balls forward to Drakes Thomas. He was putting a little bit of pressure, and now there's the chance to come forward here for Runham. Runham goes for goal. He's bent it just wide of the target with the aid of being tipped round the post by the goalkeeper. That's good from Marcus Hill. Just have a little look at it again. Went for goal. Might have taken a deflection off the defender on its way through, in truth. It's going to be another corner to Chelsea. They've had two, Palace have had one so far. The corner on that right-hand side will be taken by Wheeler Henry. Also going over is Walter Nutter. It's going to be an outswinger if Wheeler Henry takes it. Might go short here though, and does. Gives it to Nutter. Nutter off the right foot, floats the ball in towards that far side. Two players got up above Seb Williams initially. It put the Palace captain under pressure. Casey back there helping out, but he's been beaten to it, and Ezenwata has got it. Ezenwata goes back into midfield for Nutter. Nutter shifts it towards this left-hand side. That's going to be another Chelsea corner. Just flicked off the foot of Sommerday. The corner from this left-hand side will be taken by Frankie Runham this time. So it will be a right-footed in-swinger from Runham. You can see Chelsea have got players on the far side of that 6-yard box like Arsenal do at first-team level. It's floated in and headed back across goal. You have to say it's a good header as well. It's Olateo Subaloy, the central defender, just heading home from close range. Pinpoint accuracy towards the Chelsea number 3, and he made no mistake from very close range. And that's harsh on Palace. Chelsea take the lead 10 minutes before the break. It's Palace 0, Chelsea 1. Here's the chance just to see it again. Good ball towards the back of that 6-yard box, and it is a powerful header from Subaloy. Got up nice and quickly, the number 3. Very difficult for Marcus Hill to do anything about that. Palace will know and will take heart from Jesse Derry's effort that was tipped round the post by the goalkeeper. That might well have gone in. Had it gone in, would have certainly been a very different scoreline. As it is, got to be careful there, Okoli. He's played it towards Sommerday. It just strayed out of play. The throw will be taken by Genesis Antwi. Antwi taking his time. 10 minutes to go until half-time. Chelsea looking for a 5th win of the season in the league. Wheeler Henry coming forward. Palace have had 3 wins from 10 so far. Here is Emanalo, the only player to be shown a yellow card so far. He's got that look of David Luiz about him, who played for Chelsea a few years ago with that shock of hair. If he can have any kind of career similar to David Luiz, I'm sure he'll be very happy. Enjoyed 2 spells, didn't he? Also went to Arsenal in between times, the Brazilian. Jesse Derry. It looks like he will have a good future ahead of him too. Just trying to win the ball back on that far side. Chelsea can open the pitch up, but they've decided not to. Good block challenge going in, but it might fall here for Harrison. Harrison tries to thread a pass through. All very tight and intricate there. Here's Jesse Derry getting away. And that's a foul committed by the right back, Wheeler Henry. Jesse Derry just saying, does that not warrant a yellow card? As we see it again, he's trying to get away. No attempts to win the ball there. He's just chucked out that right leg. And maybe Wheeler Henry is lucky. Here's Sommerday going back to Okoli. Okoli gives it to the goalkeeper. Seb Williams gives it to Jacob Fasida. Back to the keeper it goes. In midfield, Chelsea have it with Walter Nutter. Palace, though, quickly win it back, and Marcus Hill off the left foot plays it forward. Battling away was Zach Henry. So too Adams Coleman, and now a bit of time and space for Jesse Derry. Derry gets away from the midfield, runs at the defence, still going. Jesse Derry has got options left and right. It finds its way towards that left-hand side. Benamar looked to try and take aim. Charged down by Chelsea defensively. Seven minutes to go until the break. A reminder that Oliver Glasner will speak to the media at 1:30 today. That's ahead of the Arsenal game tomorrow. That's a 7:30 start in the Carabao Cup. Place in the semi-finals up for grabs. You have to think to yourself that it's just starting to come together, which is pleasing to see. 4 matches unbeaten at Premier League level. The quarter-final tie to look forward to, but work to do here for the under-18s. Good defensive header from Adams Coleman, played it back to one of the defenders who cleared. Here come Chelsea. Out towards this left-hand side it goes. Here is Genesis Antwi, who might get it back. Wheeler Henry just goes back to the goalkeeper, Burnell. Antwi to Emanalo. Towards this left-hand side it goes again for the same player. Emanalo plays it forward towards Walsh. Walsh gives it to Harrison. Possession broken up low by Palace, and battling away is Zach Henry. Henry there in the middle of your screen, wearing the number 8 shirt and trying to put the goalkeeper under pressure. Forward it goes towards Ollie Harrison, the captain. He's got it again, Harrison. And Chelsea looking to try and end the first half strongly. They lead by a goal to nil. Subaloy's header on 35. The difference between these two sides. Infield it goes to Reggie Walsh. Walsh towards that right-hand side again. Wheeler Henry just keeps it and stops it from going out of play for a throw to Palace. Chelsea play the ball to Antwi in a central position. He'll want to get it back onto that right foot. Out towards Barber it comes. Again, he's a winger who's going to want to cut infield, playing on the left, right-footed. Nutter has it, two-footed player, primarily off the left foot. Ball slotted forward towards Nutter again. Slide rule pass, you could see he wanted to get Ezemwata into the game. Good defending from Crystal Palace. Certainly what you want to see. Here's Jesse Derry. Derry on the halfway line. He's got options infield. Adams Coleman is one of the players he might look at. Decides to shift it towards this right-hand side for Drakes Thomas. Might be able to get on the outside here, Drakes Thomas. Towards the byline he goes, still going. Has to just hold it up because Antwi put him under pressure. He's holding off the Chelsea defender, but this is good from Drakes Thomas. The defender, though, Antwi, just coming across using his strength. And he did well in the end to deal with that situation. Good from Drakes Thomas. A reminder, this is his first start at under-18 level. He'll take great satisfaction in that run. It's then decision-making at that time. Could he have passed it to Adams Coleman? Could he have gone back to Summerday? Easy in hindsight, isn't it? Drakes Thomas wanting to do his best for the team. Goal kick to Chelsea, taken quickly. Through the middle third, Chelsea have it. And back into midfield it goes for Walter Nutter. Shifted towards this left-hand side. It just goes over the head of Kobe Barber. Barber puts one thumb up in the air to signal that it was the right ball, with maybe not quite the right execution. Throw Palace, 2.5 minutes to go until half-time. Down the line it goes. Should be intercepted by Barber and is flicked on by Walsh. Might fall here for Ezemwata. Palace do enough defensively to get it clear, and up it goes towards Casey, battling away. Here he is. Barber just evades that challenge of Jesse Derry. As they play it forward, Okoli just gets there ahead of the Chelsea player. Back to Hill it goes. Here is Okoli. Block challenge, winning the first one. Playing it forward here towards Drakes Thomas. Just in from the touchline. Was that a handball? No, says the referee. Derry looked like he might have been impeded. It's a foul. You can see exactly what Jesse Derry's saying. The foul meant that he took the ball over the dead ball line, so it did warrant the throw-in. But the foul seemed to be missed there. Maybe I'm looking at it through red and blue tinted spectacles. Here's goalkeeper Freddie Burnell, 12 yards from goal. Lots to think about for the two coaches. Hassan Suleiman will be the happier of the two, the Chelsea head coach, because they lead by a goal to nil. But there have been some good moments for Rob Quinn and his Crystal Palace side. Certainly get some points across at half-time. Try and help these young players, educate them, give them some guidance. It's the way it needs to happen at academy level. This is the final academy game of 2024. It's been a good 2024 for young Palace. Plenty of positives to take. 3-3 yesterday against Liverpool for the under-21s. So they wrapped up 2024 with a point against a good Liverpool side. Those highlights will be at half-time, so if you did miss it yesterday, you'll be able to make sure you zone in and see exactly what happened in that game. A 6-goal thriller. That's certainly something to enjoy when we take a break in this game, and we're very nearly there. 30 seconds to go. Here's Barber, just in from the touchline, left-hand side, looking to square up the defender. Forward he goes, good sliding challenge. Here's Adams Coleman. Nice little Cruyff turn, gets away from the midfielder, and then gives it to Drakes Thomas. Drakes Thomas off the right foot, forward towards Benji Casey. Casey was put under pressure by the two defenders. And we are now into stoppage time at the end of this first half. Freddie Burnell in no real hurry to play the ball forward. Copers Cope in Beckenham is the venue for this one. We're at the Academy training ground. First team train just over the road. Lovely part of the world, Beckenham. Not too far from SE25, where the first team play at Selhurst Park. But certainly these facilities have been improved massively by Steve Parish, who saw a vision and then made it become a reality. Here come Chelsea down the right-hand side, trying to go for goal, and it's beat the goalkeeper. It's just gone underneath Marcus Hill. You could see as he took aim, he didn't really know if he would be able to beat the goalkeeper, Frankie Runham, but he's got lucky. It squirmed under the body of Marcus Hill, and right on the stroke of half-time, Chelsea have doubled their lead. It's Palace 0, Chelsea 2. And that really is harsh luck. There is the run of Runham on the right-hand side of your screen. You could see a Coley look to try and go across there. Not sure if it's a cross or shot, in truth. The only thing that really matters is as he went for goal, Runham, he was able to beat the goalkeeper. Chuck Coley just comes back up to his feet, helped up by Jacob Facida. And that's harsh to take. I don't think Chelsea deserve to be 2 goals to the good, but they are. And that will just mean a rethink for Rob Quinn when he goes into the dressing room. He'll need to reevaluate things. Here is Benamar trying to get forward down that left-hand side. He does get forward to good effect, but it just runs through to goalkeeper Freddie Burnell. Referee has a little look at both watches. He's got one on either wrist. Burnell clears. We carry on. Out it comes towards Barber. Summerday should get there first. As it goes out of play, it will be a throw to Crystal Palace right down by the corner flag. Summerday throws the ball infield. Interesting, at half-time today, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from a couple of Palace players. We'll hear from Trevor Chalabar, who scored the first goal at Brighton, and we'll also hear from the boss. So looking back on that performance at Brighton, which was very good for the first team, picking up that win, 4 matches unbeaten now, the 2 back-to-back away wins, ahead of an away trip to Arsenal So I marked your card about the 3-all. The one thing I would say, you can of course keep up to date via the official channels, and all of the details and all of the information is via the club's official website and social media channels. There goes. It's a free kick rather than halfway. I thought the referee might have blown up for half-time. He hasn't. But just confirmation at half-time, we'll hear from the boss, Oliver Glasner. We'll also hear from Trevor Chalabar. Those two interviews to look forward to. Maybe with a half-time cuppa ahead of the second half of this game. The live stream of the second half to come. Here come Chelsea through Runham, who scored that second goal. Shifting it out towards Barber on this left-hand side. Back to Runham. Again, the referee has a little inquiry and looks towards his watch as Barber goes on the outside. Infield he goes. Good, strong challenge coming in from Adams-Coleman. And that is half-time. So the 4 minutes are up at the end of the opening 45 minutes. And the half-time is reached at Cobers Cope in Beckenham. Chelsea with those goals on 35 and on the stroke of half-time. Subaloy and Runham scoring the 2 goals. There's Rob Quinn making his way over, having a little chat, and you can see that there certainly will be some discussion ahead of giving some words of wisdom to the players at the break. But Palace have it all to do at half-time. The second half to come here on Palace TV+. Your half-time score, Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 2. It will be a little reshape for Palace as we get ready for this second half to get back underway. You can see 1 or 2 players maybe a little bit cold and crisp at this time of the year, but dry and mild. You can certainly live with these sort of temperatures. Palace TV Plus bringing you the live stream of this second half. How will it unfold? We'll find out right in front of our eyes and ears. As the ball is played forward here. Good work down the left-hand side by Benamar, and he's earned a free kick. You can see that Adams-Coleman quickly came over to offer him some support. Jesse Derry has the ball. 10 goals in 11 games coming into this. He had an effort well saved in the first 45. Derry off the right foot, floats one in towards the penalty spot. Chelsea get it clear, comes over towards Benamar on this left-hand side. Benamar takes it away from the defender, and then rather tricks himself. It goes out of play for a throw, which will be taken by Joseph Wheeler-Henry in this right-back position. Wheeler-Henry throws the ball up the line, where possession is broken up and knocked away at the expense of a corner by Emanalo. So Palace have their second corner of the game, 1 in either half. Could this be the moment? Jesse Derry's going to take it. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. Mark Newson just makes sure that the players are where they need to be as Derry floats the ball in towards Seb Williams. Back it goes towards Derry. Tries to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. He was equal to it, Freddie Burnell. But you never know. Always worth an effort. Just fizzed one into Seb Williams. He got it back. And as he looked to try and beat the goalkeeper at the near post, it was a good save. Confirmation of that change of shape for Palace following the half-time substitution. Okoli's gone into midfield. Judd now part of the back three. And Williams has pushed further forward. He will play as part of the front three. So that's the way things have changed at the training ground in Beckenham. But it's Chelsea coming forward here. And they've got the ball with Reggie Walsh, working it wide left. Possession broken up. Ollie Harrison's now got it. Back he goes to Antwi. Here's Subaloy. Here's Runham, who scored the second goal, playing the ball into a dangerous area, dealt with on the edge of the 18-yard box by Palace. Here comes Benamar, playing it forward towards Jesse Derry. He's just going to be beaten to it by the goalkeeper. Derry running in behind there. Keeper just about got there first. Benji Casey turning away. He was put under pressure. Casey again trying to close down the Chelsea defence, but they've got out of trouble nicely. Adams-Coleman doing well in midfield just to win it back. Forward up that right-hand touchline it goes. Infield to Adams-Coleman again, battling away tigerishly, keeping hold of it. It was certainly a 50-50 as Jasper Judd went diving in. Goal kick has been awarded. Both players with eyes on the ball. Jesse Derry and Benji Casey both on the edge of the 18-yard box. Seb Williams just behind. Palace looking to try and win it back. Chelsea in no real hurry to get the game back underway, leading by 2-0. 4 minutes have elapsed in this second half. Here's Burnell playing the ball forward towards Runham, the second goal scorer. Subaloy, who got the first, playing it forward. Put under pressure, Jesse Derry winning it back. Benamar goes infield. Seb Williams battling away. Jesse Derry will try and put the defender under pressure. Back it goes to Burnell, the goalkeeper. Chelsea looking to try and take the tempo out of the game. Make it difficult for Palace, but they've won it back again. This is much more like it. Towards Jesse Derry, it comes on this left-hand side. Derry looking to try and bend one. Oh, would you believe it? A moment of brilliance from Jesse Derry, and it's hit the post, the outside of the post. Derry went for goal. It's been saved again by the goalkeeper because it's going to be another corner. So close, Derry. 3 corners apiece. Derry goes over to take this latest one, then moves away. It means that Dean Benamar is going to take it. Benamar throws that left arm up in the air. The ball comes in. Oh, it was a good, powerful header. It was Sean Sommerday who got the effort in on goal. Charged down by Chelsea defensively. Now the chance to possibly work another crossing opportunity for Fasida. Plays the ball towards that back post. Can it be kept alive by Jesse Derry? He's gone for the spectacular. The flag was up in any case. It's been a good start to this second half. 6 minutes played. Let's have a look at that Jesse Derry chance once more. Adams-Coleman shifted it into his path, and you can see it took the deflection on the way through. The goalkeeper didn't get any kind of connection. Took the deflection off the Chelsea defender, and with it, of course, maybe gave it a little bit more of a loop. Chelsea getting lucky there. Good from Jesse Derry, showing that he has got that brilliance to be able to cause problems. Casey goes to ground here. Nothing doing, says the referee. Wanted to try and get on the outside of the Chelsea player. Good battling away from Casey. Look at this in the wide area. And you could see Subaloy did well not to be drawn into a challenge. I think that's good defending from the player who scored the first goal for Chelsea. But they are taking longer and longer with these restarts. Burnell has the ball at the edge of his 6-yard box. Slots it forward towards the edge of the 18. And Subaloy can come forward here. Down the line it goes. 2 players just converging on the ball. Sommerday is going to be booked here. So the referee has spotted that that was a foul for the little tug of the shirt. Just see it again. He has got Ezemwata's shirt, Sommerday. And he gets a yellow card for his trouble. So both he and Emanalo have gone into the referee's book here. The result is a free kick to Chelsea, which will be taken by Frankie Runham. Runham just plays the ball back to Subaloy. Now it's with Harrison. Ball shifted out towards that left-hand side. Infield it goes. Subaloy now has it 10 yards inside his own half, out towards Wheeler Henry. In midfield, the ball's going to be picked up by Nutter. Nutter tries to thread a ball forward, but this is good to win it back from Adams-Coleman. Adams-Coleman still going. He's got an option on his outside. shifts it towards Drakes Thomas. Drakes Thomas looked to try and play the ball into the box, and as he did, there were appeals for handball, quickly waved away. Goal kick is the outcome. Let's have another little look at it. Adams Coleman just shifting it towards that right-hand side, playing the ball across. Did it hit the arm of Genesis Antwi? That is the question. Joel Drakes Thomas certainly felt so, and he had a box seat in that moment. Chelsea being pushed back though. It's been much better the start to this second half. Palace going 2-0 down in this game, but they've had chances, both through Jesse Derry, one in either half. Here's Runham on this right-hand side, playing the ball forward, offside. Goes up against the substitute Idrissi. Yaya Idrissi will just play from that left-hand side. He came on for Kobe Barber. He might play a little bit narrower in fairness to the way Barber was lining up in the first half. Here's Benamar using his trickery to get it to Jesse Derry. Derry's got Benamar running in behind. Never likely to pick up on that pass that just ran away from the Palace player, and chance to get back in Dean Benamar, the number 3 there. Getting back in as the goalkeeper rolls the ball out to Walter Nutter. Seb Williams battling away, still going. Here is the Palace captain. Williams goes for goal. What a beautiful strike. Palace are back in this game. We knew that it might take a moment of brilliance, and it's come in the form of the captain. Seb Williams got it onto the left foot, took aim, and the goalkeeper simply not saving that. What a strike. Take a bow. Palace back in the game. It's Palace 1, Chelsea 2. Well, this is brilliant from Williams, because he's knocked the ball one side of Nutter. He's gone the other. He's shifted it back onto the left foot, and he's just arrowed it into that corner. And that really is a wonderful, wonderful strike from Seb Williams. He's playing slightly more advanced. Now Palace have got to be careful defensively. You're back with the live pictures. We wanted to let you have another look at that, because it was so good. Might get the chance to see it again before the end of this game. Brilliant, wasn't it, from the captain? And this is a good run. That's a foul, surely. The linesman's flagging. It is going to be a free kick right on the edge of the 18-yard box, and a yellow card has been awarded here for the Chelsea defender. Let's see it again. Just tugging at the shirt, isn't he? Made sure that he didn't want him to get away. It might be Ollie Harrison, the captain, I think, who's been booked. The only thing that matters is it is a Palace free kick here, right on the edge of the 18-yard box. You can see exactly where Joel Drakes Thomas is standing. That is, or where the referee is now, that is the 18-yard line. So he's got to move them right back towards that 6-yard box. They've got to come further back than this. That's it. And it does present an opportunity, this, for Dean Benamar. We know that he can wrap his left foot around these. He's got players on the edge of the box, in and around the 6-yard box too. Benamar plays it back to Jesse Derry. Derry took aim off the right foot. He's got too much elevation on it. Very good this though from Palace. Rob Quinn would have got his point across and said, look, come on. We can play better than we did in the first half. That second goal on the stroke of half-time, difficult to take. Soboloy on 35, making it 1. Runham in first half stoppage time, doubling the advantage. But Palace well and truly in this game. The boys certainly won't give up. Chelsea coming forward now down the left-hand side. Good, strong challenge coming in from Judd, the half-time substitute. Here's Soboloy. He plays it forward in towards Nutter in midfield. Shifted towards this right-hand side. He's never going to keep that in. Frankie Runham. Benamar throws the ball up the line, trying to pick out Jesse Derry. Surely his shirt was almost being taken off his back by the Chelsea defender. Great skill from Derry. Keeping the ball so close to his body, it just runs out of play. Seb Williams battling away as well. Chelsea have got the throw. Wheeler-Henry will take it. He gives it to Subaloy. Emiliano just splits. He's going to be played in now by the goalkeeper. Shifted towards that left-hand side for Antwi, who goes back to Emanalo, put under pressure by Casey. Good harrying to try and win the ball back. High pressing from Palace. Selhurst Park, the venue for the Saturday Premier League fixture at first team level between Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Before that, we've got the quarter-final tie tomorrow night. And what a game that promises to be. 7:30 under the lights at the Emirates Stadium. A place in the semi-finals awaits. That ball's been whipped in off the right foot. Has it taken a deflection? I think it has. It's going to be a corner going Crystal Palace's way. 4-3 now, Palace lead on the corner count. And this second half has been a dream so far. One goal, another chance. And Chelsea defending, being forced to defend. That's because Palace are on the front foot. Here's Benamar, two arms go up in the air. Benamar floats one in towards the near post, dangerous. The goalkeeper came Superman style and got nowhere near it. It's going to be another corner, so the defender must have got there first. And he's headed it away at the expense of another corner. He came, didn't he? But he had no real chance of getting there. And Jesse Derry is on this corner from the left-hand side. Takes it, floats it in towards the near post. The first header won by Chelsea. The danger still not averted. Chuck Sakoli looked to try and get there. He wasn't able to do so. And now there's the chance of a breakaway. You can see Judd's got to be careful here. He's done brilliantly defensively to get there ahead of Adrissi, the substitute. I've been impressed with Jasper Judd in the opening 15 minutes of this second half since coming on. Certainly very combative. There's still 30 minutes to play. And then at the end of this game, what we're going to do, we're going to keep the live stream running, and that's because we've got the manager to talk to, or hear from, rather, I should say. It will be the pre-match press conference, so we will be able to hear from Oliver Glasner. Something really to look forward to. We heard at half-time his thoughts following that game, and a reminder at 1:30 the manager will sit down and talk to the media, and you can watch it all unfold on Palace TV Plus. The key points, if you can't stay around, will be conveyed by the club's official channels. Chelsea running in here, Wheeler-Henry trying to get round the defender, cutting the ball back into a good area, and there is Judd again. Good defending, effort goes in from distance. It was Frankie Runham looking to try and bend one towards that far corner. As you look on your screen, wide of the target it goes. Just a reminder that Chelsea do have that ability to go from one end of the pitch to the other. It's been a rare foray forward, in fairness. They've not really been able to penetrate Palace defensively at all in this second half. And that is great testament to these young players. Rob Quinn tweaking the shape. Chuck Sakoli pushing into midfield. Jasper Judd coming on at the back, and it meant that Seb Williams could go forward then too. He scored the goal. Real good strike off the left foot from Seb. There he is in the middle of your screen. Benji Casey working tirelessly further up the field. Here's Nutter playing the ball towards this right-hand side. Running in behind is Esenwata. Esenwata just holds up, and infield they go. That's a foul. You could see he was just caught there. Kyrese Adams-Coleman, down to ground he went. Free kick goes Palace's way. Some words of instruction just being given out by the Chelsea bench. They know that they're well and truly in a game here. The next goal, if there is to be one, will almost certainly be crucial. Could be match defining. Let's hope it goes Palace's way. This is a long straight ball towards Casey. He can use his pace. He's got Emanalo all up around him. On a yellow card, of course, the defender, as Casey just moves away from him towards the edge of the 18-yard box and out towards Benamar. On this left-hand side it goes. Benamar wants to cut it back towards Jesse Derry, goes for goal, and Palace are back on level terms. Benamar simply didn't panic. He played it back towards Jesse Derry, and we know just how good he can prove to be. That's an 11th goal of the season for the Palace number 11. What a finish. It's 2 apiece. Great work, wasn't it? Not panicking at all. We'll just get the chance to see it again. It came over towards Benamar. I thought he might shoot, decided against it, made sure he took up the right position. Jesse Derry changed the angle really nicely. Maybe Walter Nutter went diving in there. He expected Derry to perhaps go off the other foot. He didn't. What he has done is make it 2 apiece. And now we've got a real game on our hands. These two sides very evenly matched. It was Chelsea's first half. It's well and truly been Palace's second. We've only had 20 minutes of action, but it's been all red and blue. And the team in beige not impressing in this second period. That's a push maybe. The referee decides not to give it initially, but then does give it against Facida. Strong no-nonsense central defender, and the trainer will be required here. On comes the physio. You certainly don't want to be down unless if you really are struggling. It looks like Sean Sommerday who's going to receive some treatment, and the other players will just come over to have a few words from Rob Quinn, and he's going to be very happy, the boss, because it has been good. The second half has really come to life from a Palace perspective. There is Rob Quinn giving some instruction. You can just see how much it means to these young players. They know that they need to continue doing the business, and they could win this game. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. It's been a much better second half performance, and it's anybody's game now. Jesse Derry just taking on an energy bar. Let's have a look at the 2 Palace goals while we continue with this break in play. Starting with the first one, it was a good one, this from Seb Williams. We loved it. We said we'd see it again. Williams off the left foot, bending one towards that bottom corner. No keepers saving that. 2-1 at that stage. And that was on 56 minutes. 2-1 became 2-2 when it came out towards Benamar. Shaped to shoot, decided against it, cuts it back to Jesse Derry rather. And Derry making absolutely no mistake. Off the right foot, beating the goalkeeper. In fairness, there might have been bodies ahead of the goalkeeper. This doesn't look good for Sommerday. Hopefully it's nothing too much to worry about. But we await to see. Might have to go off to come back on. Chuck Sakoli has just dropped into the back line. Sommerday will hope to come back on. He's just waiting to see when he can come back on. Akoli in the middle of your screen has just dropped in. Palace down to 10 players for the time being. Just over a quarter of this game to go. Who's your money on? You would have to say Palace in the ascendancy with those 2 second half goals. Williams and Derry on 56 and 64. That was after Subaloy and Runham had given Chelsea a 2-goal lead. 2 goals in the final 10 minutes of the first half. Here's Jesse Derry trying to win it back high up the field. Back from Subaloy to the goalkeeper. Out towards that left-hand side it goes. Antwi just runs into trouble. As it goes out of play, it will be a throw. Going Chelsea's way. Time and space here for Ollie Harrison. Threads a little pass to Runham. Runham goes all the way back to Subaloy. Now the goalkeeper has it. 22 minutes to play. Palace 8th in the table, 3 wins from 10 so far, 13 points have been picked up. Chelsea the same number of points, 1 more win, more defeats and fewer draws to come up with that same points total. Certainly would look healthy for Palace if they were to get a win. Still work to do in that regard, though. Out towards the right-hand side it goes. Benji Casey looks to play the ball across goal. Surely Derry's going to score, and does. The effort went in. There's appeals for offside, quickly waved away. Derry simply couldn't miss from inside the 6-yard box. It was good foraging down the right-hand side. It found its way infield, and then as the ball landed at the feet of Derry, he made no mistake. 1 touch to control, and then he's beat the goalkeeper. What a little period this is proving to be. 3 goals in 13 second half minutes. Palace well and truly in the ascendancy. 3-2 they lead. Very, very good. You can hear the bench saying, make sure that you keep your shape. You make it difficult, because that is so important. Palace changing the shape in this second half. 2 goals from Jesse Derry, 1 from Williams. And a reminder that we have the Arsenal game at first team level tomorrow to look forward to. That one's a quarter-final in the Carabao Cup. There is going to be a change here. Harry McGlinchey is coming on. So McGlinchey comes on. I would think he'll play at left back, which means that Joseph Wheeler-Henry has gone off, and Genesis Antwi will now come over to play at right back. Yep, there is the 5. So Genesis Antwi will play at right back. Harry McGlinchey, the sub, will play at left back, and Wheeler-Henry is the player who's gone off. Chelsea not happy, I don't think, that Palace were able to be so profitable down that right-hand side. There's confirmation of the change. Here's Antwi facing his own goal. Got that Carabao Cup quarter-final to look forward to tomorrow night, as mentioned. We've got the first team fixture at Selhurst between the 2 sides. Crystal Palace and Arsenal on Saturday. That one's a 5:30 start. And we'll also give a shout out to the under-14s. We'll do that shortly, because Casey's going to take aim. Good save from the goalkeeper. What a brilliant strike that is, though, from Drakes Thomas. This game has been turned around completely. It fell at the feet of Joel Drakes Thomas after the goalkeeper made a good save. And on his debut, he's just drilled it nonchalantly past goalkeeper Freddie Burnell. And Crystal Palace 2-0 down at half-time. Now find themselves 4-2 ahead. What a second half performance. So impressive, wasn't it, from Drakes Thomas? As mentioned, we should give a shout out to the under-14s. They won a Premier League tournament at the weekend. They beat Arsenal in the final. So hopefully that will be the first of a hat-trick of successes against Arsenal. But what a strike from young Joel Drakes Thomas. Really was brilliant. Things you love to see. Fell at the feet of the young man. And Chelsea are completely shell-shocked here. Williams made it 2-1 on 56. Derry at the double, 64 and 70. Drakes Thomas making it 4-2. Palace on 72. This game completely changing. That's a free kick for a foul on Idrissi. You can see Drakes Thomas isn't wildly happy with the award, but it's been given. You just take your medicine and move away. Jesse Derry being told to get back into position. He's got Frankie Runham on his outside, the man who scored the second goal on the stroke of half-time. 2-0 to Chelsea at that stage. You're wondering how this game might pan out. This young Palace side, though, moving along so nicely. There's Benamar just turning away. He's done rather nicely there. And coming forward now is Benji Casey. He's got a player infield. It might fall here for Chuck Okoli. Okoli looks to wrap his foot round it and play it into the box. All Chelsea can do is knock it out at the expense of a corner. Deflected off the Chelsea defender. Palace in the ascendancy and carrying on. So impressive. This Jesse Derry will go across to take it. Derry goes across with Benamar. Floated in off the left foot by Benamar. Towards the back post it goes. It's going to evade just about everybody. And the live table shows that Palace will move on to 16 points and up level with Fulham, who are fourth in the table. It will be a fourth win of the season from 11 matches if it does stay this way. And fingers firmly crossed it will. Going above Brighton and West Ham. Chelsea staying locked on 13 points with those two sides. Offside flag goes up. It does make for good reading. Villa top the table. They picked up 22 points from their 10 games. Southampton next best. Then you've got Tottenham, Fulham and Palace. Down this right-hand side comes Antwi. It's a nice block challenge. Might well have caught the defender for Cedar. He's back up on his feet. Floated across by Runham. Away from danger it goes. Williams has got to be careful here. He just turns and knocks it high up into the air. Headed away by Benamar. Here's Adams Coleman over the top for Benji. Casey can use his pace just to stretch the play. He's done nice to get his body across the defender. You could see Emanalo wanted to come across and be boisterous with his challenge. That's gone out of play, surely. Should be a throw to Palace, and it is. You could see Genesis Antwi just played the ball forward, hoping that he might get away with it. The referee had other ideas. He's had a good game so far. Jesse Derry on a hat-trick, battling away, trying to get round a couple of defenders. That's got to be a booking, surely. He's caught Jesse Derry. Derry's had him on toast in the wide area. The referee isn't reaching for his card. Antwi there is touch tight to Derry. Derry then shows great feet, gets away from him. Antwi chucks out a right leg, and I think he's rather fortunate there, the right fullback, to get away with it. Jesse Derry will take this free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Two players in the wall for Chelsea. 4-2 Palace lead. What a second half performance. Here's Jesse Derry, floats it in. It takes a deflection off a Chelsea player. Benamar goes for goal. He's put it just wide of the target. You could see as soon as he took aim, maybe his head wasn't right over the ball. That gave it the elevation. Fell kindly, didn't it, for Palace? I say it fell kindly. It wasn't too kind for Drakes Thomas, but he somehow managed to shift it into the path of Dean Benamar. Good again in midfield. Tigerish in the tackle from Jacob Facida. You certainly wouldn't know this is his first under-18 start. He's looked very good out there, so too has Akoli. They've all grown in confidence, and Drakes Thomas, we mustn't forget him, scoring on his under-18 debut. The under-14s beating Arsenal in a tournament at the weekend. Good for academy football and showing that the future is bright. Chelsea, though, wanting to try and come back into the game. They could make it 4-3 with 10 minutes to go. Might turn out differently, but Seb Williams trying to change that, slotting it through to Jesse Derry. Offside flag goes up against Derry. Maybe the pass was a bit delayed and Derry had just gambled. Let's just have a look at it again. Derry trying to stay onside. He had to just check that run, and when he did go, the eagle-eyed assistant on that far side quickly had that flag up. In midfield, Harrison has it for Chelsea. Forward it goes down that left-hand side. Back it goes to Marcus Hill, who hasn't really had much to do in this second half. He was the busier of the two goalkeepers in the first 45. Emanalo's got the shirt there and he's tugging back Casey. Had Casey gone down, I think he might have been sent off. Casey continues to go again. They're pulling his shirt. That's going to be a booking for Harry McGlinchey, surely. The referee's going to say it's a first one. They both tugged at the shirt of Casey. And I cannot understand, look, you saw it there. How have both those defenders got away with it? Yes, the free kick's been awarded, and that's because the assistant was flagging. I think the referee's got that wrong, not reaching for his cards. So far, just having a look, Sean Sommerday's been booked, Landon Emanalo and Ollie Harrison. 3 players have gone into the referee's notebook. Here is this free kick that Dean Benamar is over. There's 11 minutes to go as Benamar floats one in, headed away from danger by Antwi. Comes towards the Palace player. Facida goes for goal. Over the top, he got too much elevation on it and needs to get back into position now. That's because Chelsea are breaking forward down the left-hand side. Nice turn. Adams-Coleman gave it to, or got it back rather, from Chuck Sakoli. Tried to get away with it, and he was just thwarted by Chelsea in midfield. Let's see it again. And it is a tug of the shirt, isn't it? And it is going to result in another yellow card, and the player who goes into the book is Reggie Walsh. I'm surprised Walsh is still out there. He's been a pretty much bystander in this second half. Derry certainly hasn't been. Goes for goal. Charge down. And here's Runham, who's had a good game. Just balked here, and there might be a yellow card that's going to be awarded. It is going to be given against the Palace number 3, Dean Benamar. We'll just see it again. In fact, it's not Benamar, is it? Benamar was just coming back. You could see that he caught him there, the Palace defender. There's going to be another change. Marcel Washington is coming on. Is that Walter Nutter who's gone off? I think Nutter might have just left the field of play. Yep, confirmation it is Walter Nutter who's gone, and Marcel Washington comes on. And that yellow card was awarded. It was Jacob Facida who got shown the yellow card. Thank you to Toby for just clarifying. And a note to myself, don't look down at your notes. It can prove costly. 10 minutes to go, 4-2 the lead. Jesse Derry trying to put Emanalo under pressure. 9 minutes to go in this half. They really have judged it nicely, managed the game as the ball's floated in from this left-hand side. It might fall here towards the Chelsea number 7, Frankie Runham, just as he scored a good goal in the first half. This time, he couldn't get his head over the ball. He's frustrated. You can understand why. Just a bit of time and space for the substitute. McGlinchey played the ball across goal. Didn't sit kindly for Ezemwata. As he took aim, Runham, it was always likely to go over the top, and it did. And there are now 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes and counting. Here is Hill, playing the ball up towards halfway. Nice little turn, and Casey's away here. He's got an option on his outside. That player is Benamar. Jesse Derry will try and go on the outside now. Played into the feet of Derry. Plays the ball into the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper comes and claims. Rolls it out quickly. Needs to try and get here the Palace player. He's done nicely there, just to put Runham under pressure. Good from Chuck Sakoli. He's had a good game. Benamar throws it to Seb Williams, leaves it for Okoli. Okoli continues to go, runs into a little bit of trouble. He's back up on his feet. One thing I like about Chuck is he always plays with a smile on his face, which is good to see. Mark Bright always tells us that it's important to enjoy football. Make sure that you're having good fun out there. And that way, generally, you get the right results. Not always, but often. And 4-2 Palace lead. It's certainly been good so far today. Going to climb a couple of places in the table. Forward this goes towards Benji Casey. He's worked tirelessly. Casey tries to bend one across towards that back post, and Benamar Benamar should keep it alive here. Might be able to recycle it. Benamar off the left foot, floats one in. Defended by Chelsea, but it only goes out as far as the Coley. This really has been the blueprint for this second half. Jasper Judd did very nicely, didn't he, coming on as a half-time substitute. He wraps his right foot around one, plays it back towards Casey. And coming away with it and giving it to Runham. Runham over the halfway line, carries the charge forward. It's now with Adrissi. Adrissi plays the ball in, headed towards goal. The goalkeeper came for it, and in fairness, Ezewata should have scored. That is a big, big chance and could be a big, big moment in this game. Half of the goal was open. Ezewata headed it towards goal, and he's put it over the top. Big chance goes begging. He should have done better there. 6 minutes to go. Just a reminder that there is work to be done for young Palace. Marcus Hill just asks both of the players to step away. Fasida and Somade. Everybody goes up towards the halfway line. Coley wins the header. Chelsea, though, have got it back. And it's at the feet of Runham. Runham twisting and turning, giving it to Harrison. Harrison, who's seen less of the ball in this second half, gives it to Antwi. Antwi plays it into the 6-yard box, defended by Somade. Williams gets it out of the 18-yard box with the aid of a couple of teammates. Up the line it goes and headed into touch by Soboloy. Seems a long time ago that he scored the opening goal of this game. Here is another Chelsea change. That looks like Ibrahim Rabaj coming on. And it is going to be the player who we thought might make way, and we were surprised that he was still out there because he's been quiet. Reggie Walsh, he's on a yellow card as well. Rabaj will get his opportunity in the closing stages of this game. Down the line it goes towards Jesse Derry. Has he won the throw? No, it's gone Chelsea's way. Looked a foul throw by Genesis Antwi. The referee doesn't agree. Now it's at the feet of the goalkeeper, Freddie Burnell, plays it forward. But it was good pressing from Palace, winning it back. No free kick, says the referee, but Derry on the hat-trick, works it out towards that right-hand side. It's now with Drakes Thomas, who's also scored in this second half. Drakes Thomas goes back to Judd. Judd played it in towards Adams Coleman. Just evaded him and runs through to the goalkeeper. Time running out for Chelsea. Just the 4 minutes to go here. Antwi plays it forward towards Rabaj. Palace have got it here. Adams Coleman goes forward towards Coley. Coley wanted to try and get Jesse Derry in. Derry might get another opportunity. Bends one towards goal. Did it take a deflection? No. Goal kick has been given. 3.5 minutes to play. Derry got on the ball. You know he'll always want to shift it onto that right foot. I wasn't sure if it came off Antwi. No, said the referee, and here's Rabaj, the substitute. Shifted out towards that left-hand side. Rabaj carries his charge forward. Washington also getting forward. Good defending from Judd. He's given a corner, though. It must have just gone out of play over that dead ball line. Corner on the left-hand side, so Chelsea having their 4th of the game. Palace have had 6. 6-4 on corners, 4-2 in the game. Chelsea with that corner on the left-hand side, which Frankie Runham is going to take. I think Runham will just go short. He just moves away from the ball. And it is going to be Washington, I think, the substitute. Or maybe Rabaj over there. No, it is Washington. Takes it off the left foot. Floats the ball in. Header goes in just wide of the target. You could see he just peeled off. Wanted to try and put one towards that far corner and beat Marcus Hill. It's a half chance, isn't it? The effort went in and not too far wide from the central defender, Emanalo. Just 2 minutes to play. I'm sure the Chelsea bench will be shell-shocked by just how good Palace have been in this second half. Not that it was disappointing in the first 45, But when you go 2-0 down, the game can perhaps go one of two ways, as it is. What a second half turnaround. 2 goals for Jesse Derry. Williams and Drakes Thomas also on target, and Drakes Thomas has the ball on this right hand side, floats it in towards Derry. Last line of defence getting there. Williams though making sure that it went to him. Derry battling away, gives it to Williams again, surely hits the underside of the bar. The flag might have gone up, in any case it has, but another good bit of forward momentum. Jesse Derry and Seb Williams with that great understanding. Look at this, Williams, desire, determination to get there, gives it to Jesse Derry. Derry somehow manages to just thread the ball through to his captain. Williams going for goal. Got plenty of power, maybe too much power on it. Just 1 minute of normal time to go. Then we'll go into stoppage time at the end of this game. The ball played out towards Washington. It wasn't a good ball to him. He can't keep it in. Palace won't be in any hurry to take this. Stuart Oduro looks like he's going to come on, and it will be his debut at under 18 level. He's certainly primed. Ball played forward here. Chelsea have got it back. Good defending from Sommerday coming across on the cover. He did nicely there. Back into midfield it goes. Chelsea just keeping hold of it. They're being urged to do it quickly by their bench, and that's because they know we're nearly into stoppage time. There is Stuart Oduro, who's going to come on for his first start at under 18 level. Big moment this for him. He'll be delighted to get involved, taking on some instruction there. Good defending, clearing it. Forward it goes. And again, possession broken up, and this is good from Fasida. The referee gives a free kick Palace's way, and I think we will now see the change. And this is a lovely moment for Stuart Oduro, getting his opportunity, and he will come on for Adams Coleman. Kai Rees has been good in the engine room. Another good performance from him. Not long for the young man to make his impact, but he just needs to try and shore things up. All the hard work has been done in this second half. The game completely transformed and turned around. Jesse Derry battling away. Ball goes out of play. Dean Benamar just being urged to get back into position. Confirmation of that change, and Oduro coming on for his first under-18 appearance in Palace colours. We're into the second minute of stoppage time at the end of this game. Here's Judd, who made that good impact. He's been very impressive, intercepting. Back it goes to Okoli. He had to be careful he wasn't caught in possession. Sommerday will just leave it and play it to Marcus Hill. Hill forward to Jesse Derry. Derry's going to be flagged offside. Time running out though. We're into the third minute, very nearly, of stoppage time. Into the 92nd minute we go. Referee has a little look at his watch. He knows how long there will be at the end of this game. Chelsea wanting what will almost certainly be a consolation if they do pull one back now. Ball played across goal to Runham. Runham, who scored that second goal, trying to do something purposeful, gives it to Washington. Washington plays it across the 6-yard box, dealt with defensively by Palace. It should be cleared, and is cleared by Drakes Thomas up towards halfway. And there's Casey, he's worked tirelessly, still battling away. Casey going, can he continue to go? Surely he was caught by the defender. On a yellow card, Emanalo. I think he's got away with one there. Here comes Adrissi, the substitute for Chelsea, still going. Adrissi shaping to shoot. He just delayed the pass, kept hold of it for too long. And Jerome Osai getting ready to come on. He'll be introduced at the next break in play. Benji Casey is down still. confirmation whether we're going to get that change. It is cramped by the look of it, and it's no real surprise. Benji Casey has given it everything here. He has run around tirelessly. Let's have a look at the challenge to just clear up whether it should have been a second yellow card. It's Emanalo who's close to him. Just squares him up. Goes past him. I think Emanalo's fouled him there. I cannot understand how the referee hasn't blown up. He hasn't. Jerome Osai getting ready to come on if required. Benji Casey still down. The assistant on this near side has the flag ready just to raise should the change need to take place. Fairness to the referee, he is aware, he knows that there might need to be another change here. A reminder, Oliver Glasner will speak to the media at 1:30. We've got you covered here on Palace TV Plus. You'll see the live stream of that press conference coming up in just over half an hour's time. 12:56 is the time. Benji Casey's going to go off at the nearest point on that far side. Just confirmation of whether that change is going to take place. It very much looks like it will. Jerome is ready. Benji Casey has left the field of play. And yeah, it is confirmation that change is going to take place. So Jerome comes on for the very closing stages of this game. There it is, 15 on, 9 off. You will get a match report and all the details. You'll be able to look at the full-time highlights. That will come at full-time in this game. But of course, the website is your best friend, and social media channels if you do want to find out what's happened if you haven't been with us for the whole 90 minutes of the stream. We're certainly not going anywhere because we've got the manager speaking. The head coach will speak to the media at 1:30. And we've got that for you. As the ball is played forward, goes out of play. Again, the referee has a little quizzical look at the watch. We've had 6 minutes very nearly of stoppage time at the end of this game. He's certainly given us value for money. He played over 4 in the first half. 4-2 the lead. 4 very much the magic number for Crystal Palace, but Chelsea looking to reduce the deficit and coming forward down the left-hand side. Into the 18-yard box they come. It's the substitute, McGlinchey. McGlinchey looks to try and cut the ball back. Cleared away from danger. Out towards this right-hand side. It comes for Antwi. And the referee just stopping things to tend to the needs of Seb Williams. It's a head injury, so the trainer will need to come on. Seb Williams is down. He's taken a blow to the head. So let's just have a little look. He's charged towards the ball and it's just caught him on the back of the head. We've had over 7 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. The referee will blow up fairly soon. We'll have the highlights of this game, certainly the second half highlights, and there's been many. Plentiful. Williams' strike on 56, Derry on 64 and 70, and then Drakes Thomas making his first start at under 18 level, drilling home. Seb Williams will need to come off here. I'm sure he'll want to come back on again though. He'll be reintroduced shortly. He's ready. The ball knocked back to Runham. Runham plays the ball in towards the edge of the 18-yard box, cleared. And back it goes into midfield, out towards the left-hand side it goes. Nice little turn from McGlinchey. McGlinchey keeps hold of the ball, manages to keep his footing, and there goes the full-time whistle. And you have to say it's been a quite wonderful second half performance from Crystal Palace. 2-0 down at half-time. You're thinking to yourself, what's going to happen? Well, the sum outcome is that the second half has yielded 4 goals, and Palace have moved up to 5th in the under-18 Premier League table.